I'm going to tell y'all some things you absolutely, positively never, ever, ever have to do when you are dating a grown man. You never have to ask him to call you. You never have to ask him to text you, check in on you, take good care of you, love you, make you laugh, do things for your anniversary, do things for your birthday, go on vacations. You never have to ask him to love you because he already does. Now, can you say what you want? Of course. Can you say, oh, I saw this thing and I'm super excited. I want to go on this vacation, or I want to do this, or you know what would make me super happy if we went for a walk this week, or you took a trip to here or there. But beyond that, you don't have to do all the math, geometry to like spoon feed him what to do in your relationship because he is a grown man.
I love this definition of a man is only a real man. He's only a grown man if he provides for women. Can you guys imagine if I made these videos and I said, you know what, a woman is only a grown woman if she does X, Y, Z for a man? It's absolutely incredibly ridiculous to me, guys, how women will shame men and say that you are not grown, or that you're a little boy, or that you have small d energy because you don't want to provide for them. It's absolutely ridiculous. Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope you are all doing well. So on today's episode, courtesy of Detective Warg, we are going to be taking a look at when modern women are sick and tired of dating, okay? So the first clip that you saw in today's episode was a 50-plus-year-old woman assumedly returning to the dating market, and she just is fed up with it because apparently there's no grown men. But we have a bunch of women here who are sick of dating. So guys, before we jump in, don't forget to go and subscribe to Detective Warg for putting together today's episode for us to cringe at. And don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments, guys. If there's anything you'd like to share, that is what the comments box is for. And let's just jump right into the video. Someday someone will sing about me. He won't be from where I'm from. Interesting. Him explaining why he's not good at texting, calling, making plans, or commitment. The best advice I ever heard to know if a guy really likes you is that he will be almost annoying and trying to get your attention and spend time with you.
Dating fatigue is really real, and if you're dating for marriage, you are going to have to sift through so much trash. Dating is a numbers game, so only about 10% of the dates that you're going to go on. So think of the effort that it takes to go on 10 dates with 10 different people. Only one of them is going to be worth your time, because it's about, you know, just a 10% chance of somebody actually just being worth your time. They may not even be the one. It's a law of average, so you have to be in it to win it. But
I love this narcissism, guys, from a lot of these girls, right? Where they're like, you know, I'm just not sure that this man is worth my time. He's got to be worth my time. It's never considering what the man might want. It's all, let's just date 10 dudes at a time because apparently it's more efficient. Even though that's one of the worst ways to try and get commitment out of a man. Because guess what? If you're dating a guy and he knows that you're dating other men, chances are he'll never commit to you if he has self-respect.
But what I would do when I was single for those 20 years, from 18 to 38, when I started dating to when I got married, is I would just simply delete my profile, delete the apps. I would save all the answers to the questions in a separate document, and I would get back on when I was ready. But I didn't want to treat the apps as a form of entertainment where I'm swiping left and right. And I also wanted to preserve some kind of sanity, because constantly going on dates that are going to be dead ends, constantly meeting people that are going to disappoint you, is going to wear on you. So please.
Yeah, that's what happens when you spend 20 years of your life hooking up with strangers on dating applications. Guys, make no mistake, okay? This girl didn't go 20 years of her life before marriage being celibate. Okay, pay attention to the words she uses. She says that she was disappointed. What? So you were disappointed because you didn't get commitment from men that you liked? Guys, like when girls say that they have these long periods of singledom, that doesn't mean that they're not out there having their fun. Okay? This is why when these girls get to, like, I don't know, 40 or whatever age this woman is, and they start to be like, well, now I'm looking for a marriage material man, it's ridiculous because they could have had that marriage guy the whole time, but they decided, guys, it is a decision to go out there and chase bad boys for 20 years of their life.
Please take a break every now and then, but don't forget to come back because you got to be in it to win it.
I'm going to tell y'all some things you absolutely, positively never, ever, ever have to do when you are dating a grown man.
Guys, you already know when these older women get on TikTok and they start defining what it means to be a man, you already know it's going to be a terrible video, okay? Notice how, guys, I don't jump on these episodes and I don't say things like, well, you're only a real woman or you're only a grown woman if you cook for a man. I'm not saying that. You don't have to cook for a man if you don't want to. You don't have to get in a marriage if you don't want to. I'm literally not on here, guys. I am all about equality. I'm a bigger feminist than these women are. Okay, it's absolutely crazy to me. Go and make your decisions. What I take issue with, right, is the shaming language towards men for their decisions. If a girl wants to go out, chase her career, okay, and then try and have kids when she's 40 and cry about it because she can't, that's her own prerogative. I don't say she's less of a woman for doing that. I don't care. But notice how when these women get on here, guys, the first thing they do is, well, if men don't give me commitment, then they're not a real man, or they're a child, or like they're, you know, they're immature. Maybe the guy just wasn't interested in a relationship with you.
You never have to ask him to call you. You never have to ask him to text you, check in on you, take good care of you, love you, make you laugh, do things for your anniversary, do things for your birthday, go on vacations. You never have to ask him to love you because he already does. Now, can you say what you want? Of course. Can you say, oh, I saw this thing and I'm super excited. I want to go on this vacation, or I want to do this, or you know what would make me super happy if we went for a walk this week, or you took a trip to here or there. But beyond that, you don't have to do all the math, geometry to like spoon feed him what to do in your relationship because he is a grown man.
Yeah, so apparently, according to this woman, in order to be a grown man, you need to love her, you need to care about her, you need to ask her if she wants to go on trips, all of this crap. You know, guys, sometimes when I watch these videos, right, and I see some of these women who come on here and say these things, it just makes me wonder, like, the dudes who are dating these women have nothing, must have nothing going on in their life. You know? Like, these girls expect dudes to come into their life, take them out on trips, walking. Like, you're not a pet. You know what I'm saying? Like, do dudes not have more self-respect? Because the only time that men would date women like this who are all about, here's what I need a man to do, I need a grown man, blah, blah, blah. I just assume that these men have nothing else going on in their lives. Like, genuinely, guys. You know, I feel like if you're a dude who's dating these women, it's actually going to be hard to get things done. Also, I will give her credit here, okay? She's not correct on the grown man thing at all, okay? But yeah, if men like you as a person, they'll put in more effort. You won't have to figure things out. The problem is that women just get bored of men who do that. Like the men who are always there, who are willing to do dates and to comfort her and be her best friend and things like these, those are the men that get cheated on. Those are the men that get treated poorly or just straight up ignored. So you can't really blame men for, number one, not adapting that strategy, and number two, not caring when you go and chase the bad boys repeatedly who are always, quote unquote, disappoint you.
And if you're having a hard day and he knows you're having a hard day, here's what you can expect. You talk to him in the morning, or you see him in the morning and you're like, I have this hard day going on today, or I'm just kind of like feeling sad today. Or you can expect that around lunchtime, he's going to check in on you. He's going to call you. He's going to text you. He's going to be like, hey, I'm just checking in, you know, to see how you're doing, see if you need anything, for sure.
You know what's funny, guys? Like, this sounds all fine and dandy. You might think, you know, you might watch a video like this and say to yourself, oh yeah, well that makes sense. You know, a good man, he'd check in on her and stuff like this. The funny thing about this is that women, when you provide them with things like this, they actually lose respect for you. You know, if you're a dude who's like, let's just say, you know, your girl's having bad days and you're always checking in, making sure she's feeling okay. You're always prioritizing her, putting her first. Women will say that they want to be put first in your life, guys, but the moment you do it, they lose respect for you. It's one of the craziest things, because they'll get on camera and say, man, I just want a guy who's respectful and caring and loves me and always puts me first and all this crap. But dudes who do that get screwed over. You know, because they're boring, they're predictable. You know, there is no 50-50 in these relationships, guys. Absolutely not.
He's going to care about you because he really cares about you and he loves you and he wants to be there for you. This is how a grown man acts when he loves you. I'm serious. I know this is going to like blow your mind.
You know why she says it's going to blow women's minds, by the way? Is because that's what women are doing. They're chasing guys who don't give them this behavior. Why? Because they're more exciting. Why? Because they have more options. Why? Because they're more attractive. Like, guys, the reason why girls will watch this video and go, wow, that does kind of sound kind of shocking, is because women are just out here chasing bad boys the majority of the time. You know? Like, if you ask the average woman her experience of dating and you say, like, you know, what is your opinion of men with dating these days? Do you particularly enjoy dating? Do you feel like it's difficult as a woman? Like, she'll tell you, oh yeah, it's really hard as a woman. You know, guys, they just don't seem to get the communication right, all of this bullcrap. And the reason why they say this and their worldview is painted this way is because they spend their entire lives, literally, like this woman back here, where the hell is it? This woman here spent 20 years of her life doing that, you know?
Remember how when we were young and we were dating, we used to say like, dang, like all the good ones are taken. All the good guys or all the good girls, they're taken. They're married already. That was true. This is why you need a divorcee. This is why you have to get yourself an upcycled spouse. Find yourself an upcycled wife or an upcycled husband, because yes, it's true. When we were younger, all of the good ones were taken. And for one reason or another, you know, maybe they grew apart or, you know, fell out of love, or maybe they just got married too young and they've grown in different directions. But for one reason or another, some of those good ones, they're coming back onto the dating market. And if you have any sense, you will snatch yourself up an upcycled spouse before someone else snatches them up again, because those kind of people, yeah, they don't stay single out here in the wilderness for a long time, okay?
Ma'am, I will absolutely never try and get with try and marry or get in a relationship with a girl who's an ex-divorcee. Can you imagine, guys, right? Like, your strategy for getting a wife is to go out here and chase divorced women? Like, you're just asking to lose your house. You know what I'm saying? You're asking to lose any kids that you guys might have. Chances are she's divorced for a reason. Okay? And this is why I also say to men, right? Because I actually do believe her. Women do go out and do this, and they chase dudes who are like divorced and stuff like this. If you're a dude who's been divorced, especially if you have like a good amount of money left over or something like this, a lot of the times men like these are targets to women. Right, because they view you as someone, you know, manipulatable or worth having because a woman had you previously and things like this. But make no mistake, guys, it is a terrible idea. That's like saying, oh yeah, let's go out here and chase women who have been in all these relationships because it proves that more men wanted them. So you're a woman, of course dudes are going to want to get with you. That doesn't actually make you valuable.
Someone just like me with their upcycled spouse is just gonna come and give that person a breath of fresh air and breathe new life into them.
Jeez.
I understand divorce is not great and that, you know, it's hard and it's harmful, but sometimes failure can be some of the best teachers that we ever have.
Guys, am I the only one who finds this like slightly predatory? So we're going for dudes who have been divorced, right? We're specifically targeting men who have been divorced. Something about that just doesn't sit right with me.
And if you find the right divorcee, someone who's learned from their experience, who has grown, who's taken accountability, who's not trashing their ex,
who's manipulatable,
who's done the work to heal, oh my gosh, such a benefit. Now, I'm not...
Look at the way this is framed, guys. It's a benefit. You know, a guy who has done the work on himself, he's realized his wrongs and taken accountability. Maybe the guy didn't have any accountability to take. You know, in a lot of these situations where I see like dudes who have gotten divorced, guys, and I look at the relationships and how the divorce went down, oftentimes it's not the man's fault at all. Usually the guy's just like gotten ditched by the wife because she finds something bigger and better, or she just wants to walk away with the kids, or she got bored. You know, one of these different reasons. Okay, there was no accountability taking for the man to do, other than he shouldn't have gotten married in the first place.
Talking about the recycled spouse, the person who's divorced, trashing the ex, they're bitter, they're scorned, and they're going to get out there and they're going to make the same mistake on repeat. That's a recycle. I'm talking about the upcycles here, okay? I was 37 when I met my husband and he was 48. And I felt like he was taking a real chance on me because I'd never been married. I didn't have that proven, you know, like I've done a serious long-term committed relationship. I didn't have that.
37 years of age, no serious long-term committed relationship, here to give us advice on how to find a serious committed relationship. Very interesting.
I was like, wow, he's great to take a chance on me. At least that's how I felt. I was so excited to meet him. And I started exclusively dating divorcees when I was 35.
So not only are we going for divorced dudes, but we're also dating multiple of them.
And within 2 years of dating with that strategy, among other strategies, I met my husband. So listen, particularly if you're over 40 like me and you're still single and you're looking for a relationship, listen, get you an upcycle. Okay?
Jeez, I'm going to skip to the next video. There's something unsettling about that video to me, guys, like specifically targeting dudes who have been through divorces. I don't know, something's a little bit off. But this next video is titled, I Got Humbled by a Man Last Night, with it being my first weekend living in LA. Let's take a listen.
My first weekend in LA and I got humbled by a man last night. What the fuck? Guys, I cannot get over last night still. So last night, I already really wasn't doing well. My parents actually came up because I haven't been doing the best. And we went to dinner just because I'm not well with change. I know I'm a little baby. Anyways, so my roommate, she got invited to go out to the bars last night by a hinge man. And mind you, like my parents were over, we went to dinner, we're back at my apartment. I'm like literally having a mentee B and I'm like, I don't do well with change. I like feel like I just don't have like a core group of friends here. So it's like been hard. But anyways, so I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's get into pump up Shelby mode and we're gonna have fun. So I'm rallying, I'm doing the thing. We go to the bar, walk in, and Jackie, my roommate, is like, hey, we're here for a guy for me. Which one of these fellas are you eyeballing? And I'm like, that man. And I was like, the guy with the black hat. I was like, sex god. So then she's like, okay, I got you, girl. I'm gonna be the wing girl. This is where things go south. So Jackie literally rolls up to this man and is like, have you met Shelby? Like from How I Met Your Mother? Like, have you met Ted? Basically that whole thing. Already off the bat, weird vibes. He's like, what? Then Jackie's like, hee hee hee, and then like runs away. And then he's like, I didn't really hear what she said. And I'm like, look, I'll be honest with you. She asked me who was the cutest guy at the bar, and I said you. And he was like, oh, okay, want to go into the room next door and sit at a table and talk? And I'm like, sure. So I go to said table next door, beep, 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 beep. He's asking me a couple questions, and then he just looks at me in the face and says, look, I feel like I've been forced into this, and I don't want to be here with you at all right now. So I'm just going to go back with my friends. And then he just got up and left me at the table by myself. And yeah, your girl got humbled real fucking fast. And God, I felt so embarrassed. One, because I mean, he didn't have to fucking say it like that. Two, going back to I'm a sensitive little baby. So then I called an Uber and I went home and I got McDonald's. So that was my night. But happy President's Day. Let's have a good one.
Guys, all of these videos are really just posted for attention. You know, I guarantee this woman probably has comments where they're like, oh, babe, that sucks. That's so terrible. How could that happen to you? You know, but there's something strange to me about people just posting their private lives and their dating lives all over Instagram. all over TikTok and things like these where, I don't know, it's just not relatable to me at all. I do not understand it. Guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. Remember to leave your thoughts and your comments if you guys want to respond to any particular video that I've covered here today, or if you have any experiences that you'd like to share, feel free to do so in the comments box below. And as always, guys, make sure that you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace. Yo, what is going on, guys? Past Taylor here. Just want to say thank you if you made it to the end of today's episode, and also to say a little bit of an announcement. We are going to be recruiting more members to Fiend Gang, so if this is something that interests you, you want to be a content creator, make sure you check out the link in the video description. It's going to be somewhere near the top. There's one for a creator application, and then also if you're someone who makes music, if you make beats, we're also looking for someone who can make beats for the channel as well. So if either of these interest you, make sure that you check them out. And as always, guys, just again, make sure you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you in the next one for real this time. Peace.